Sagittarius, what's happening, what's crack-a-lackin', and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy, for CancerMoonsTarot, coming at you guys with your March 2020 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below, and you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. That is the first link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Nonetheless, man, let's get into it. If you guys are seeing smoke, it's just Palo Santo, so it should phase out in the next couple minutes or so. Honestly, it should phase out earlier than that. But anyways, let's get into it and see what's happening. Okay, messages for my Sagittarians here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. What messages do we got coming through for Sagittarius here? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. What messages do we got coming through, please, for Sagittarius here? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. Messages for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. All right, Saggy, let's go ahead and get one last shuffle and see what messages we got coming through for you. What do we got going on, baby? Sagittarius, the overall energy of today's reading is going to be the Nine of Cups. Nice. So you can be connecting possibly with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Rolling into your current energy, you got the Ten of Pentacles. Hey-o, person you're connecting with here is the Ten of Swords, and the outcome that's present is the Four of Pentacles. So I was feeling this because in the pre-shuffle, this energy was coming out as well, where there was this vibe of you taking care of yourself, but like in the sense of, it's not even that you're necessarily in solitude, but you're also not being vulnerable right now. I do feel a lot of Sagittarians after an ending had happened, whether whatever cycle came to completion, whether you and a specific friend broke away or you and a lover broke away, I'm feeling this vibe where Sagittarius is kind of reverting back to themselves, where you are living out your single life and enjoying that single life, okay? I feel like right now you're kind of diving into this period of just having fun, not really wanting to be committed to anything and not letting anything be committed to you. This is where you're not sharing your deep vulnerability with other people, but more so, you're exploring your deep vulnerability with yourself. So it really does appear throughout the month of March 2020, you're going to be in a place where you're doing things that are self-fulfilling, things that are fun for you, things that are bringing happiness and enjoyment to your soul, and you're not relying that on other people, and on top of that, you're not sharing that with other people. Right now, you are kind of forming a very deep and intimate relationship with yourself, is kind of the vibe that's coming through. So I feel really strongly that after what after whatever ending has recently occurred in your life, whether it was recent or a while ago, you're stepping into this cycle this month of having fun and really getting in touch with your inner child, you know, your childlike wonder, okay? So this is all about really focusing and recentering yourself in enjoying your life and enjoying the abundance you're creating around it, and not really letting anybody else interfere here, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here so far. And especially with all the stuff going on in the world too, you're kind of like in a point where it's like, you know what, I'm going to have some fun, okay? If we're all going to die by the coronavirus, let's have some fun, you know what I'm saying? I saw that on Twitter. That shit made me laugh. There was some sort of tweet on Twitter about the coronavirus, and then it was like, someone quoted it and was like, Pluto and Sag, and it was the Sagittarius saying, if I die, I die. And I feel like sometimes it just be like that, Sag. I feel like sometimes you guys just have into that energy where it's like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm just trying to live my best life. So I feel like a lot of you guys are in a place right now where you're really exploring your happiness this month. You're really exploring your not give a fuck attitude, and just vibing out and doing you, doing whatever's bringing happiness into your life. And like I said before, really getting in touch with yourself. And, you know, what the fulfillment is that you can bring to the table, not letting anybody else interfere, okay? So from what I'm going to see, or from what I see here so far, Sag, it appears that in March 2020, after whatever ending has happened, you've cut ties or severed ties with a specific person, you've cut and part ways from certain people, and throughout the month, you seem to be looking like you're really kind of just doing your thing and you don't want anybody else to bother, to come forward, or to interfere, okay? So what I'm going to do here, Sag, is I'm going to go over this person you dealt with. I'll take a look into their feelings throughout March 2020 and what's going on with them. Then I'll take a look into your feelings and what's going on with you. We'll see where energies are aligning, and then we'll see the outcome for March 2020. Now, in regards to who Sag is dealing with, let's take a look here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. How does the person that Sag is dealing with feel towards Sagittarius, and what is going on with them currently? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. How does the person Sag is dealing with feel towards Sagittarius, and what is going on with them currently? Let's take a look. So, we got here the Moon card, we got here the Ace of Swords, we got the Ace of Cups, we got the Page of Wands, we got the Page of Swords, we got the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Ooh, that is one of those feelings of deep regret, my friends, and I do feel like whoever you're connecting with over here is coming from a place of deep regret. I'm sorry if anybody heard that. I don't know if anybody heard me say coming. Sorry, man, I'm dealing with my allergies, so I know that I sound gross, but you're gonna have to deal with it. Anyways, man, rolling into what I was seeing here, based on who you're connecting with, I do feel like they're coming from a place of deep regret, because the Moon card to the Ace of Swords, that's them truly being in an emotional state. And also, you have the Ace of Swords paired with the Ace of Cups. So whoever this person is, they still got love for you. Even though an ending was present, this person still has love for you, but they play it off as if they don't. And that's where that Page of Wands comes into play, because whoever you're connecting with here, right? Ace of Swords, the Moon card, the Ace of Cups, they still got love for you. They still got feelings and emotions. And over here, Page of Wands, they play it off like it doesn't exist. So I feel like whoever you're connecting with currently, okay, they're coming from a position where they're hiding the love that they have for you, because they're just trying to not be embarrassed by the fact that this connection ended. I don't even know if it necessarily comes from embarrassment. I just feel like this person doesn't want to look dumb, or they don't want to look like they care. This is someone who just wants to hide their feelings. So Page of Wands here is trying to cover up the fact that they still care for you even after what you two had ended. And I'm seeing here with the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, they're still keeping tabs on you, Sag. So somebody from your past is still watching you, or whoever this is that you ended with is still watching you, checking your social media, asking about you, looking at what you're doing, right? So this person's still watching your moves. And on top of that, with the Knight of Swords, they are really considering talking to you. But once again, they're playing it off like everything's cool. Okay, so someone here really regrets not being with you any longer. They regret that this came to an ending. And with the Knight of Swords over here, I feel like they want to communicate, but they're very hesitant to do so. So instead of communicating with you, they're sitting back and watching. With the Eight of Wands here to the Ace of Pentacles, they're trying to construct or come up with some sort of plan to bring an offer or propose an offer that would possibly be like, hey, do you want to try what we have again? Do you want to reconcile? This is them coming up with a plan on how to get you back. But ultimately right now, I don't know if that's necessarily going to be a possibility, because someone here is trying to offer and get, put in some time, put in some work, put in some effort, figure out how to get you back. But ultimately you are in this position right now where you're not being vulnerable with other people. You're really enjoying your inner, child energy. You're really enjoying that vibe of having fun and focusing on your own self-fulfillment. I don't even think you're thinking about relationships. I don't even think you're thinking about the past either, because you're in the present moment, really enjoying life as much as you can throughout this month so far. So a lot of information coming through, but whoever you're connecting with here, I think they regret the fact that the connection's done, and I think they want it back, but they don't necessarily have a plan just yet, so they're working hard to construct one. Clarify the Ten of Swords. Okay, why did this connection end between Sag and the person they were dealing with? Okay, we got here Six of Pentacles, and then we got here the King of Cups. Interesting, because that doesn't really make sense to me, because the Six of Pentacles usually resonates towards equal give and take, right? Inequality. And the King of Cups represents love. So yeah, there could have been equal love here, but why did Sag end the connection? Okay, the Death card. You felt like it was time for it to go. Why did this person want to end the connection? Okay, Three of Cups. Ah, there it is. So, whoever you were connecting with, Sagittarius, granted, okay, this person originally had equal give and take with you. They had love with you. They wanted something else. That's the Three of Cups right there. So this person wanted something else. And I think you figured that the moment this individual wanted something else, you were like, you're not worth my time then. That's that Death card. Scorpio energy. You tapped into that. You quick to cut it off. I feel like you were very quick to cut this connection off. And the reason why I say that is because if this person wanted somebody else, you weren't going to be nobody's second best. So you made that apparent, and you made that quick split and said, gotta go. Okay, so whoever you're connecting with over here, they may have caught feelings for somebody new. They may have met somebody new. They may have wanted to try something with someone new. But whoever the person is you were dealing with, the point is someone else was involved that they were aiming and shooting for. And when you saw that they were aiming and shooting for somebody else, you were like, no, I'm not going to be anybody's second best. I'm not going to stick around to find out if, I'm worth it enough to you for you to keep me. I'm not going to do that. So you decided to split, okay? The death card. You said, I'm ending this shit. And I don't blame you, because when you get in situations like that, you don't want to be anybody's second best. You want to be somebody's first. And if this person does not want to continue to show the love and appreciation that they have for you, if they want to go after something else, you're saying that's fine, go for it and see what happens. But they instantly regretted it, because it didn't work out with the person that they wanted. It didn't work out with the new person that they wanted to be with or wanted to try something with. So when they recognized that it didn't work out there, they couldn't have a plan to fall back on, i.e. you. They couldn't fall right back on you, and you're not going to let this person fall back on you. But here's the weird thing, though. I do feel like who you're connecting with, Sag, has a genuine love for you. I do feel like this person does genuinely love you. But at the same time, what were they trying to find? Because if love was here, then what were they trying to find in someone else? I think that raises a question for you, and I think that raises a question for the situation in general. Because if they have a lot of love for you here, what were they trying to find in someone else? Clarify the Three of Cups. What was this person trying to find in somebody else? And that person, the new person they met. Okay? We got here the Hermit card, and we got here the Seven of Swords. So it kind of feels like this person, what they were looking for in someone else was something that was different. Okay? Why is that vibe coming through as well? You guys have a little bit of a confusing reading, but... okay. They could have been looking towards somebody who was more... really? Huh. So Sag, whoever you're connecting with here, it almost feels like the reason why they were looking for love with someone else, even if they had it with you, is because they were looking for a more low-key kind of love. They were looking for a love that was kind of coming from a position of being less serious, less committal. A love that enticed more sex. You could have humped this person every single day and it wasn't enough for them. That's kind of the vibe I'm seeing coming through. But I feel like who you were connecting with, this was the type of person who wanted a more less committed relationship, a more low-key relationship, one where you guys don't really have to hone in on the love. Maybe this person here was scared of love. That could be something here too. But I feel like whoever you were connecting with, the reason why they were looking for something within someone else is because they were looking for something that was low-key. They were looking for something that was not that serious. Something they could just have fun in as well. Almost like similar to the cycle you're going through right now. For a number of you, you could be connecting with a Sagittarius too. But from what I'm seeing so far, Sag, your standpoint is like, okay, you walked away from this connection. I'm done with relationships for now. I'm enjoying myself. That is your position for the month of March 2020. But this person, they wanted fun too. But they wanted fun in a sexual way, in a non-committal way, in a vibing way. And it's almost like the relationship became way too serious for them. But it was just a normal relationship. That's the thing. It wasn't like you were out here, Sagittarius, telling this person they need to marry you right this instant, they need to wife you up, they need to impregnate you and have kids with you and do all this crazy shit. This person, you didn't want that from them. So whoever you were dealing with, they felt that commitment was too much for them. They wanted to take a step down and enjoy. But then ultimately, when they realized it didn't work out with somebody else, they want to come back to you. Because yes, they love you, but at the same time, that's not fair to you. Because you aren't anybody's second best. And the point is over here is that you're not even going to take this person back because you're not even looking at love in March 2020. You're looking at self-pleasure and enjoyment. I like it. Okay? Anyways, man, going into Sagittarian's energy, how does Sagittarius feel towards the person they're dealing with, please? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020. How does Sag feel towards the person they were dealing with? And what is going on with Sag, please? Throughout March 2020. Let's go ahead, man. Let's take a look. So we got here the Four of Swords. We got here the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We got the Knight of Wands, the Hierophant card, the Six of Cups, the Strength in reverse, the Tower card, and then the Knight of Pentacles. Excuse me. Whew. Allergies are fun. Anyways, man, rolling into it. So let's take a look and see what you guys got going on. So first things first, you got here the Death card, remember, as I pulled, which was the centerpiece of you saying, I'm not being anybody's second best. Remember, the moment you found out they were looking for something else and someone else, you said, fuck this shit, I'm out, okay? So 4 swords here and 2 of pentacles and the Knight of Wands. So when you have distanced yourself from this person originally, Sag, I think you're kind of teeter-tottering around the idea of catching a vibe with the person. So for a little bit of time after your breakup with this person, you were like, I don't know how I feel about meeting somebody new. I don't know how I feel about giving a connection a chance. You were teeter-tottering around that idea. But I think as you started to look into your past and as you started to look into your past relationships and the directions they have gone and how relationships had affected you and how many connections you've had, I think you've like tapped into the present moment in this month and realized, you know what? I dealt with a lot of people, or a decent amount of people. I dealt with a decent amount of connections, and I think it's time for me to stop putting my strength in other people, stop putting my hope and my faith in other people, and really take a step back and just enjoy that moment with myself. So this is that self-awareness that's coming towards you where it's like, you know, I've been around a lot of other people for a while. I've been dealing with other people for a while. Maybe I should deal with myself. Maybe I should enjoy the single life in this current moment and see where it takes me. So you're realizing, I've been around other people for quite some time. Let me take a step back and be around myself. And with the Tower card here to the Knight of Pentacles, little do you know, this is bringing you straight up stability. It's bringing stability right to you. A lot of Scorpio energy here. You could have Scorpio in your chart or be dealing with one. So from what I'm seeing here, Sag, this is actually bringing you stability as being single. And focusing on yourself and focusing on, you know, your inner child and your happiness and your fun times and all this kinds of shit. It's bringing abundance back into your life, 10 of Pentacles, where you feel happy with just being you and being vulnerable with yourself and learning more about yourself and loving yourself more and appreciating who you are. It just feels good to fulfill your needs and no longer have to worry about fulfilling the needs of another. It's like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders. So this Tower moment that's coming towards you, yeah, this Tower moment is representing the ending between you and this person, but it's also showing up as a massive realization that you needed to see, which was you needed time off. You needed to disconnect from the world. You need to disconnect from other people and really connect with yourself right now, because it's so vital and important to not only just your mental health and happiness, but to your soul, because your soul has been craving it. Your soul has been urging it, and now you're finally getting it. You're getting that, you know, energy of it's time to have fun. It's time to step back. It's time to nourish my soul. It's time to nourish my happiness and not rely that on another person. Okay? And literally what I just pointed out there, not relying it on another person. The Hangman card, the 8 of Wands, and the 5 of Wands, okay? Feeling as if you're stuck with specific people, feeling like, you know, the people you communicate are always causing disruptions in your life. You know, Sagittarius, when you're communicating with yourself, you're not going to cause a fight with yourself, right? So therefore, I think right now some isolation's good. And I'm not saying isolation in the sense of you can't be around your friends, you can't be around your family. No, isolation from things you don't need right now, such as a relationship or love. You know, you're going to be surrounded by the things you love throughout the month of March. Your family, your friends, your genuine peeps you love hanging around with. You're going to be surrounded by those people and turning up and having fun. That's where you'll be. But when it comes towards the relationships right now, nah, you're catching a vibe with yourself and you're enjoying it. In regards to where energies are aligning, let's take a look here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout March 2020, where energies aligning here. We got here 3 of Swords, we got here Wheel of Fortune, we got here 2 of Swords, and we got here the Chariot card. There was a choice here for you to have. The choice would be, am I going to be heartbroken that this relationship ended? Am I going to be heartbroken that this person wanted to find something in someone else? Or am I going to make the choice to say, fuck it, let me jump on a different path. Let me jump on something that's healthier for me. Let me move forward in a different way. And you chose to move forward in a different way. Because you didn't choose heartbreak this time. You shut that shit down, okay? Especially with that Wheel of Fortune being present. You didn't choose heartbreak this time. You chose to say, fuck it, man, I'm moving on. And I'm jumping towards a path that better suits me and resonates with me. And that path that you chose was the path of being single, of catching a vibe with yourself, of jumping back into your inner child, enjoying and playing out your life in a fun and fantastic way in regards to fulfilling yourself and not having to fulfill the needs of others and not having to have other people fulfill the needs of yourself. You're just in this place right now where it's like, let me rely on me for a little bit. Because I've been surrounded by connections in my life. I've dealt with people in my life. I don't need this right now. Right now, I need some good old-fashioned self-loving and some good old-fashioned good vibes. And that's why I'm going to be surrounded by the people that I love. You know? My friends, my homies, my family members, just having fun, living life. As for the outcome that's present between you and this person, let's take a look. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout March 2020. What is the overall outcome between Sag and the person they're dealing with, please? Okay, we got here the Temperance. And that is the Sagittarius card. You're healing this situation. You know, you're taking a situation that could have been perceived as negative and you're turning it into the positive. I like that. That's absolutely fantastic. And it's true because that's what you did. You took a situation that could have been seen as negative and you turned it into a positive one. So with the Temperance card, as for the outcome there, you're just in a place right now where you're not deciding to look at this ending as something that's bad or as something that's ending, but more so you're looking at the situation as something that's giving you life. Because of that Tower moment, because of that self-recognition and that self-awareness you needed, that you realized, I have to take some time out and really tap back into my life and the happiness that I need to establish, the fun times that need to be had. It's a really good thing that you jumped into that self-awareness. Because it's almost like you've been dealing with relying your happiness on other people or vice versa, other people relying their happiness on you for such a long time, that you need to take a step back and just have happiness come from you, come from the heart, come from within, in order to create a happy life. So yeah, I do feel here personally, Sag, you know, this person you're dealing with, yeah, they regret it. They definitely regret trying to find someone else. They regret trying to see something in someone else. They do. They still have love for you here, and I feel like they're going to continue having love for you here. But ultimately, whatever game plan they're coming up with to try to get you back, or whatever game plan they're coming up with to try to have you reconcile with them, it doesn't seem to be panning out anytime soon, especially when they keep continuously playing off as if they don't have feelings for you, okay? Like, this is the type of person that tells their homeboys or their homegirls, yeah, yo, you know my ex Janice or whatever, I don't really like her no more, I don't fuck with her, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, they're secretly still in love with your ass, okay? That's this person's type of vibe. They're still watching you, and they're gonna start watching your glow up. I need to point that out as well. Because throughout this cycle for you, you're gonna be glowing up. They're gonna watch your glow up. And when they see that you're happy and they're not, that's gonna trigger them very deeply. Okay, so nonetheless, you're Sag. I don't feel personally throughout March at least, this person's not going to construct that game plan throughout March. I don't see them trying to reconcile with you throughout March. In the next coming of months, you may see this person slowly try to creep back into your life so that they may be able to get you back. But ultimately, for now, you need this childlike wonder. You need to tap back into your inner child and enjoy it. And really play out your life here and live out your life here. Otherwise, you know, I think just for you, jumping into another relationship would only prolong this inner healing that you needed to take. So enjoy taking this time out for yourself. Once again, this person won't be contacting you. They'll slowly be creeping in, though, over the next couple of months. But of course, if you don't want it, reject it. That's your choice, okay? So nonetheless here, Sag, I do apologize, by the way, if there was a little bit of confusion during this reading. There were some parts that were coming up quite confusing, so I do apologize if I confused any of you guys in any sort of way. But nonetheless, man, thank you guys so much for coming out. It is much appreciated. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, let me know down in the comments down below. Take care. Have a fantastic, awesome, and amazing rest of your day and an amazing rest of your March, and I will catch you guys for the mid-monthlies, all right? Peace. Much love, guys.